Dark Souls 1, an all-time classic in the gaming industry, widely regarded as part one of the greatest gaming trilogies of all time, and also known as one of the most painful and infuriating experiences known to man. It's not for the weak. Recently, I've made it a personal goal of mine to 100% all the achievements for every single Souls game. Yeah, you heard me right. And with me finally being done with everything Elden Ring related, I've decided to play the Dark Souls trilogy, starting with 100% in Dark Souls 1. So, let's get to it. Been thrown more deadly than an STD bomb? Wait, what? There's an STD bomb in Dark Souls? Yo, what the hell is going on? As with any other Souls game, I start off by making my lovely character, watching the cool ass opening cutscene, and spawning in the tutorial area, aka the Undead Asylum. Oh, that looks like me. That guy got purple hair. And right from the get-go, I can get my first achievement by lighting up my first bonfire. Press that bonfire, recovery. These bonfires? Okay. Oh, let's go, I got my first achievement. Bonfire lit. I then get stuck on the Asylum Demon for a bit, and it felt like an impossible uphill battle until I found my answer. Oh, shit. Oh. After doing a bit of exploring and getting my hands on a new weapon, I found this NPC who was awaiting his demise, and he spent his last seconds on this earth talking to me. But before he passed away, he gave me some flats for heals, which earned me my second achievement. Oh shit, let's go. I got my get back on the Asylum Demon and made my way out of the Undead Asylum. Oh, I like this. This looks nice. This is some Harry Potter ass Hogwarts looking castle, but what's going on? The cutscene for like the beginning of the game look was hard. Bro, all these Souls games got cool ass opening cutscenes. Let's go, we made it to Lordran! Let's go! Once I arrived in Lordran, specifically the Firelink Shrine, which is the hub area of this game, I had no idea where to go or what to do. I spoke to this NPC known as the Crestfallen Warrior, and he told me that I gotta ring the 2 bells of awakening. One's up above at the Undead Church in the Undead Burg, and the other is in Blight Town far below the Undead Burg. So I just decided to continue forward and made my way into the Undead Burg. I saw there was a white entrance door. I just want to explore a little bit first before I go over there, fight whatever is in that entrance. Oh my god, what the fuck? Ooh. How do I get over there? I wonder if I can make it. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yo, Lemmy, what does the number in the top left mean? Where? Oh, hell no. I'm running to the other side. If something tells me I can't run through that, yep, I fucking knew it. Oh my god, and these fucking archers in the back. Whoa, backward! What? Yeah, I wasn't having it with this place. Although the Taros demon wasn't much of a problem and I was able to defeat him after a couple of tries, I continued going forward and encountered everyone's favorite warrior, Solaire. I know this guy. This guy, he has a skin in Night Rain, bro. Who would prove to be useful to me later on, and I kept on progressing through the game as normal. I'm just gonna book it. There's a bonfire right over there. I'm running. Okay, that guy looks like he can one-shot me. That looks like the dude that is up in the other tower, so I'll not be going over there. There's another one. I knew it. Oh my god, it's this guy. It's the guy I'm trying to avoid. Oh no. Get me out of here. No, 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 no. Please, 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 please. What do I do? What was I supposed to do? After a treacherous journey through the Undead Burg, I found safety where the blacksmith Andre resides, and just like Solaire, this guy's going to be very helpful to me when grinding for achievements in the long run. Now, you may be thinking that I'd go straight to the Undead Church, which is right next to where Andre and this bonfire are, but to keep it a buck with y'all, by this point of the stream, I've completely forgotten where to go and ended up in a place where I'm severely underprepared for, the Darkroot Garden. Specifically, the boss of this area. What did I just find? What have I come across? Oh, this is OG Malekith. I'm finding the alpha. Oh, it's the funny music. After my humiliating defeat, I tried to go back to refight Sif for the next 30 minutes, but failed and realized that I'm not ready yet. So I made my way back to the undead church to ring the bell at the top, and little did I know what was waiting for me. Oh god, there's a boss here, isn't there? Oh shit. Maybe this is the boss I'm supposed to be fighting, like for real. Alright, it looks like I'm supposed to be fighting this. Okay, yeah, he actually takes damage from my attacks. Here, I don't... What? Another one? Another one? Why is there two? Yeah, honestly, I'm not very good with these 2v1 fights. I went back to Andre to upgrade my weapon, and after a couple of more attempts, I got the dub. Yes! Finally, bro! However, something that happened during my winning attempt was that I got the Gargoyle Tail Axe weapon by cutting off the Bell Gargoyle's tail. This weapon is an achievement related item as well as many others in this game, and now I think it's a good time to cover those. Out of the 41 achievements in this game, 4 of them are purely based on collecting specific items. Those 4 being Wisdom of a Sage, acquire all 24 sorceries, Bond of a Pyromancer, acquire all 19 pyromancies, Prayer of a Maiden, acquire all 23 miracles, and Knight's Honor, acquire all rare weapons, which is easily the most tedious out of these 4, because unlike the other 3, I have to do multiple playthroughs just for this one achievement, while the other 3 I can get in a single playthrough. Oh, and in case you're wondering how many rare weapons there are 49 in total, so I have a lot of work to do. After my awesome victory against the Bell Gargoyles, I rang the Bell of Awakening and got myself an achievement. The lower ones. Oh shit, oh let's go! My 4th achievement, ring the bell, undead church. I then made my way into Blighttown. Guys, this place looks lovely, doesn't it? This place stinks. It's just one giant swamp area where you'd think you'd find Shrek living down here, but no. Instead, you'll find Chaos Witch Quelaag, which is the next boss I need to fight. Okay, hold on, let me lock in. Oh, y'all saw that roll? Hold on. Whoa, okay, that did a lot. Whoa, whoa. As bad as my first attempt was, this boss is very easy. The hardest part of it is the run back because you're guaranteed to lose HP, whether it's from the poison of the swamp or getting hit by the enemies on the way back. Doesn't matter though, because Quelaag is easy peasy. Let's go! Upon defeating her, I rang the second Bell of Awakening, which unlocked a new area and earned me another achievement. Let's go! Let's go, another achievement! My next destination, Sen's Fortress. I hate this fucking place. No, seriously, I do. This is one of the worst places in the whole game. Most notably, the first time you're going through it. Because after the first time, it loses its spark since you already know what to expect and what to avoid. But the first time going in this place blind fucking sucks. It's a canon event for anyone who's played this game. It's the equivalent to a Kaizo Mario Maker level in a Souls game. There's a bunch of traps everywhere, enemies that'll chase you down to the ends of the earth, and the only bonfire in this place is at the very top of the fortress, so if you die at any point before reaching it, you gotta restart all over again from the very start every single time. So after many trials and errors, I eventually made it to the top of the fortress. Okay, this is either a boss or an area on unlock. Which one is it? Oh god, the fucking Iron Golem. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I don't know who this guy is. I've never seen this man in my life. Oh, what? Now, what is going on? How am I still alive? I cannot make this up. I got soft locked after getting thrown off the edge. It took me half an hour to get up here. Anyways, the Iron Golem wasn't a difficult boss per se. He was just very, and I mean very tanky. Like, look at the amount of damage I was doing. So after 40 minutes or so, I was finally able to take him down. Nice. Let's go. I fucking told you, bro. I knew I could beat him. I knew I could. Alright, let's go. Let's go, y'all. Oh my god, what is going on? I'm getting jumped. Where am I going? Whoa. Whoa. This is fucking sick. Where am I, dog? Whoa. Reach Anor Londo. Oh shit, let's go! And we got another achievement. Let's go, bro. Let's go. We got another fucking achievement. Seeing Anor Londo for the first time was a magnificent sight, one that I'll never forget. To think that this place is not too far from the hollow infested wasteland I was just at is pretty cool. Anyway, as you just saw, I've earned an achievement for arriving at this place for the first time. This area is home to one of the best bosses in the game, but in my opinion, it's also the hardest boss in the whole game. More on that very soon. Anyway, I spent some time making my way through Anor Londo and dying to this silver knight right here. Found Solaire resting at a bonfire, got back the Firekeeper's soul, and I found the entrance to my next boss, Ornstein and Smough. Oh, boss. Oh, that's what the message the boss ahead. Okay. Who the fuck is that? Who is that? Yo! Am I gonna be fighting him or the fat guy? Or both? Oh, it's both. Oh, Dragon Slayer Ornstein and execution. Okay. What? Can I parry this guy? Okay, it seems I can't parry him. Weapon at risk.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I got destroyed. Seeing how much little damage I was doing, if this can even be called damage, I was doing nothing to them. So I paused my mission to work on my build because my character is still rocking armor straight out of the Undead Burg, and I haven't upgraded my weapon since the Bell Gargoyle fight. First, I went back to the Firelink trying to get an achievement I could have gotten the second I arrived in Lordran. By speaking to this NPC named Petrus, he'll offer me the chance to join his covenant, which will earn me my first covenant achievement. I say first because there are 9 covenants required for the 100%, but like I said previously, I'll worry about achievements again once I got a good build. So I spent around an hour, and during that time I farmed souls, fought an optional boss, upgraded my weapon, bought new drip, and got some new rings. And what I ended up with is what I like to call the Onion Man. Even with all this new power, I realized that it's just a skill issue. I was doing way better than in comparison before I upgraded my build, but it still wasn't enough. I spent around 5 hours in total fighting Ornstein and Smough, and it's not like all my attempts were straight shitters. I did have multiple good and close attempts of beating them, but I just kept on folding. Wait. They have a second phase. They have a second phase. I have no heals! Bro, you were so close. God, bro. Everybody else, y'all about to witness history. Little did I know, I was speaking nothing but facts. This wasn't even a Dark Souls 1 stream. This was actually my birthday stream, and near the end, I felt like playing some Dark Souls, and on my final attempt, I finally did it. Yes! Oh my god! Finally! Holy shit! Oh my god! After defeating Ornstein and Smough, I talked to Guinevere and she gave me the Lord Vessel, which earned me my 8th achievement. And if I talk to her again, I have the option of joining the Princess Guard Covenant, which is another achievement for the books. By this point in the game, I'm done with what people call the first half. In other words, I'm midway through the game, and like I mentioned earlier, some of the achievements in this game require me to do multiple playthroughs in order to get, such as the Knight's Honors achievement and the 2 different achievements for both endings. And I was very anxious on placing the Lord Vessel since I didn't know if it would mess up anything that I'd need, such as locking me out of certain quest lines, preventing me from getting specific items, or just prohibiting me from getting certain achievements. Point being, I did not want to mess up and spend extra unnecessary time in New Game Plus collecting weapons, sorceries, or whatever I need for the 100% if I could just do it in this first playthrough. So with that in mind, I spent some time joining the rest of the Covenant, such as the Forest Hunter, Chaos Servant, Blade of the Dark Moon, Gravelord Servant, Path of the Dragon, and during all of that, I also got my revenge on Sif, which earned me the Art of Abyss Walking achievement. There's no way it was that easy! It was that easy?! With 7 out of the 9 covenants down, all I needed to join were 2 more covenants, which were the Warrior of Sunlight and the Dark Wraith Covenant. More on that one later. For now, let me tell you about the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant. Unlike the other 8 where all I had to do was talk to some NPC and they'd let me join their team, to be able to join the Warriors of Sunlight, I gotta have my faith stat level at 25, which is a lot of souls to farm for a stat that has no use to me. So, after doing a bit of research, I found out that I can lower the faith requirement by 5 every single time I help someone defeat a boss. Easy, right? Well, I faced 2 problems. For starters, I gotta find someone that hasn't beaten a boss that I've already defeated, and they gotta be around the same level as me. They can't be too low or too high of a level. Therefore, I went on Twitch to see if I can find anyone who's around the same point in the game as me, and eventually I came across this streamer named CultureFlow, and after telling him what I was trying to do, he said he was willing to help out. I found out he hasn't defeated Sif yet, so he summoned me and we fought him together. Yes, oh my god, wait, it worked! It worked! Yeah, let's go! Oh my god, let's fucking go! Oh my god, let's go! Oh my god! Okay, wait, let's rock this shit. Yes, sir! Oh my god! Oh wait, he just fell down! Let's go! Yo, W CultureFlow!
Dude, that is so cool.
That was awesome, man. Yo, appreciate the follow, UNAs. Well, off script here, but shout out to CultureFlow for helping out. I just had a great time talking and playing with him for a bit. It was a lot of fun. Definitely made my day when it happened. I left his Twitch link down in the description of this video, so make sure to drop him a follow and show him some love, y'all. However, even after I helped CultureFlow defeat Sif, I still don't meet the requirements to join the Covenant since my faith is only level 10, meaning I'm going to have to help out 2 more people in order for me to join the Warriors of Sunlight. Although, I decided to put the Covenant on pause for now and I went down to the depths to fight another optional boss, the Gaping Dragon. The only reason I'm fighting this guy is because, just like the Bell Gargoyles, if I chop off his tail, I get a rare weapon that is required for the Knight's Honor achievement, and for those who are wondering, there are a total of 6 tail weapons I need to get, and so far I've gotten 3 of them. Oh, there we go. Dragon King Great Axe. Nice. There we go. Not long after defeating the Gaping Dragon, I placed my summon sign in front of the Ornstein and Smough entrance, and after helping 2 more people defeat a boss, I was finally able to join the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant. Yes! Furthermore, after farming for Titanite, I finally had enough materials to max out my weapon Raw, earning me the Raw Weapon achievement. By the way, there are 13 weapon upgrade paths and 10 of them are required for achievements. With this in mind, I found out that I'm able to get another weapon upgrade achievement, the Strongest Weapon, by getting my weapon to plus 15, which is actually the best upgrade path for dex builds, so it works in my favor. Although, I need an item called the Titanite Slab first, which can be dropped by the Stray Demon boss back in the Undead Asylum. So I made my way back to the Undead Asylum, fought the Stray Demon, and after defeating him and obtaining the item I needed, I returned to the bonfire to upgrade my weapon to plus 15 and claim my achievement. Let's go. Remember earlier when I said I'd be spending time preparing and collecting everything I'd need before placing the Lord Vessel? Well, by this point, I've gotten everything I needed. I've collected all the rare weapons I can get up to this point, and the same goes for pyromancy, sorceries, and miracles. I did a lot of grinding on and off stream, collecting and purchasing these items from NPCs. So now I can confidently say that I'm ready to play the second half of this game. And by placing the Lord Vessel down in the Firelink altar, I unlock several new areas I can now explore. But before I even step foot in any of the new areas, I pay Guinevere one last visit.
Thou that tarnisheth the Godmother's image, I am Gwendolyn,
Oh, shit. Okay.
and thy transgression shall not go unpunished.
Uh-oh is right. Look, man, I didn't kill Guinevere because I wanted to. It's just because... Okay, that's a lie. I did want to kill her, but that's not the main reason. After killing Guinevere, we see that Anor Londo is not this place full of sunshine and rainbows. In fact, it's just like the rest of the game. The city plunges into darkness, and I have access to another boss, the true ruler of Anor Londo, Gwendolyn. And if I defeat him, I get another achievement. Oh, okay. Whoa. I swear every single first attempt I've had on a boss has been complete utter dog shit. However, that isn't to say that Gwendolyn isn't anything but easy. The annoying part about this boss is the fact that he keeps teleporting further away from you, but his attacks are very easy to dodge, although as you guys saw my first attempt, he hits hard. And on top of all of this, my weapon is at plus 15, so I was not going to struggle in the slightest. Hey, let's go! Alright, easy peasy! No, hey! After defeating Gwendolyn, I wasted no time and made my way to my next destination, the New Londo Ruins. This isn't my first rodeo down here. I've been here in a previous stream to find an NPC who was selling a sorcery that's an achievement related item. Not only that, but I also drained the flood in this place so I could have access to the rest of this area and have access to the boss when I was ready to fight him, aka right now. Hey, it is pitch black and what the fuck? As intimidating as they seem, the four kings are nothing more than a DPS check. The gimmick is that if I'm not able to kill one of them in a certain amount of time, another one will spawn and the cycle continues until there are 4 of them. Luckily for me, I won't be struggling due to how OP my weapon is. This guy misses all his attacks. As long as I'm right fucking close to him, yeah, that's fucking easy. Oh yeah, this bot, Mickey Mouse boss, the 4 heavenly frauds. One more. Nice! Let's go! Yes, sir, another achievement. And just like that, the 4 kings are no more. But before heading to my next destination, I decided to continue Siegmeyer's questline to get another Titanite slab that I'll need for future weapon upgrades. So after helping him in Blighttown, I then made my way into the Duke's Archives. The Duke's Archives is home to Seath the Scaleless Dragon, a boss I'm going to have to fight later on, but for now, I'm only here to help find Siegmeyer's daughter. Okay, okay, I did not know this was a boss room. I did not know this was a boss room. I'm just gonna die, This was not the plan. I'm just trying to do a quest line. I did not know this was a boss room. In case you guys didn't hear me, I didn't know this was a boss room. Real shit though, I didn't know that was gonna happen. And because of that, I got sent to a prison and I had to break out of, and then I had to turn off this alarm, and then I had to find my way out of here, and then I had to find the bonfire. That, my friends, is what is known as a Dark Souls canon event. It's not a big deal that I had to go through this because I was gonna have to do this later down the line anyway. Once I made it out to the field, I found the golden golem that had Siegmeyer's daughter hostage, and once I saved her, she went back to the Firelink Shrine to ask me if I knew where her father was. She might not know where he is, but I do. I must now make my way to the Demon Ruins because Siegmeyer can be found in Lost Izalith. This is probably my least favorite area in the game alongside Lost Izalith. The devs kinda just got lazy and copy and pasted these same mini bosses you found in the early game, which on surface level is a very normal thing to do in games since it shows you how much stronger you've become compared to when you started. But the problem is that they're everywhere, and on top of that, this place isn't pleasant to look at in the slightest. Overall, this area sucks. For now, I gotta fight a boss that's required for me to drain the lava so I can have access to the rest of this area. This boss was Mickey Mouse though, so nothing much to talk about. After draining the lava, I continued making my way through this hellhole and fought another mini boss, the Demon Fire Sage. And yep, this is literally just a reskin of the Stray Demon I fought back in the Undead Asylum. Nothing new. Moving on, I made my way into Lost Izalith with the shortcut you can unlock from the Daughter of Chaos, and in here, I can finally continue Siegmeyer's questline where he takes on these disgusting creatures and slays them. Quagmire, you did it! Let's go! After his awesome victory, there's only one more step for me to finish this questline. I met up with his daughter at the Firelink Shrine, and then I made my way to Ash Lake where I saw the most devastating event in this entire game. Quagmire sama, duoste. Quagmire sama. Quagmire, why, Quagmire, why? Why, Quagmire? Oh, a Titanite slab. After finally finishing this questline and getting the Titanite slab, I made my way into the painted world of Ariamis where I'll be fighting my next boss. But before challenging her, I collected some important achievement related items on the way. I will hurry home after I kill you. Okay, well, I cannot see shit. Where the fuck did he go? I was so confused the first time I fought Priscilla, but once I found out that I just gotta hit her when she's invisible, she'll reappear again. Although, I faced one major problem. I did way too much damage to her. I was suffering from success, and the reason this is a problem is that Priscilla also drops a rare tail weapon if I manage to cut off her tail. So my plan was that if I got too close to killing her before I got the weapon I needed, I would just jump into the void and try again. So after a couple of tries, I got the weapon I needed, and I got an achievement for defeating her. Fuck yeah, okay. Let's go. Afterwards, I went back to Duke's Archives, and then I made my way into the Crystal Cave. This area also sucks. However, I don't hate it as much as I do with the Demon Ruins and Lost Izalith. Unlike those areas, this place isn't literal eye torture to look at, but the invisible paths make up for that. Yes, invisible paths. The only way to make it to the bottom of this place and refight Seath is to memorize where the paths are, which are invisible, The only indicators of where to go are the messages people leave behind or the little sparkles that hit the invisible ground. That's not it, by the way. The cherry on top is that there are 0 bonfires in this area, so if you die anywhere in this cave, including the boss fight, you respawn all the way back in Duke's Archives, which is like a 2-minute run back. Yeah, it fucking sucks. I'm like fully convinced that the devs were on crack making this place. Who approved of this? Alright, y'all. The bot should be here. I need the ability to add messages. Oh, shit, look at this motherfucker. Oh, damn! Oh, okay. Luckily, I don't need any weapons from them. Oh my god. Whoa, 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 whoa. Regardless of my typical shitty first attempt, Seath once again faced my wrath in my second attempt, and I got my revenge. You dead? Hey! Let's go! Alright, so after this, I'm basically done with it. All I have to do is just complete this guy's quest line. And it was at this moment I knew I fucked up. I fucked up. Oh my god. I was blinded by revenge, and I completely overlooked the fact that Seath has a rare tail weapon that I need for the Knight's Honor achievement, and boy was I disappointed to find out that I didn't get it. It isn't the end of the world though, since I can get it in New Game Plus, but like I've said previously, I want to avoid spending unnecessary time getting items in New Game Plus if I can get them in my first playthrough. So after being miserable for a bit, I realized I was only a couple of sorceries away from acquiring all of them to unlock the Wisdom of a Sage achievement, which is huge since it knocks out one of the 4 collecting achievements. So I decided to wrap up Big Hat Logan's questline, which I've been working on throughout this playthrough off cam. And after buying the last couple of sorceries I needed from him and taking him down in one final duel, the achievement was in the bag. Wisdom of a Sage. Let's fucking go. My next mission requires me to go back to Lost Izalith to fight the worst boss in the whole game, the Bed of Chaos. Man, if I thought the devs were on crack making the Crystal Cave area, then I'm fully convinced that the devs were on crystal meth making the Bed of Chaos, because who genuinely approved of this boss? This boss is hard for all the wrong reasons. Overall, this is one of, if not the easiest fight in the whole game. However, the bad game design mixed with the trash ass gimmicks makes this fight horrible. For starters, this fight isn't even really a fight. All you have to do to defeat her is to attack her sides and then go straight for the weak point, which is right in the middle. Sounds simple, right? Well, it is if we're not including all the other bullshit. After destroying one of her sides, the floor proceeds to break down, and there will be many pits all over the arena where you have to carefully parkour your way through the arena, while her giant ass arm attacks are basically insta kills because you're guaranteed to fall into the pit the second you get hit. Many of your deaths will be cheap insta kills. And what takes the cake is that the run back to the boss is the worst. Once again, the bonfire is nowhere near the Bed of Chaos, and instead it's centuries away from the boss door. You will spend more time running back to the Bed of Chaos than actually fighting the Bed of Chaos. This fight sucks. It's not satisfying in the slightest. Wow. That was it? And the thing is that I've heard the name Bed of Chaos before playing this game, especially now since I'm more tuned into the Souls games, and I never looked into the reason why people talked about Bed of Chaos. But I thought people spoke of this boss because it was hype, and the fight was super good, or that it has a cool ass cutscene. But no, it's none of those reasons. It's because this boss sucks. And I'm not gonna lie, I tried to give it some pity the first time I fought this boss, but after having to refight it in New Game Plus, this fight just sucks. Anyway, rant over. Now that I've defeated that atrocity of a boss, I went back to Blighttown to talk to Quaylana, since she's another NPC that I've slowly been working on her questline, and now since I've defeated the Bed of Chaos, she'll give me the last pyromancer I need for the Bond of a Pyromancer achievement. Yes sir, Bond of Pyromancer, acquire all pyromancies. Let's fucking go. With one Lord Soul remaining to collect before officially entering the endgame, I decided to knock out the rest of the weapon upgrade achievements on this stream. So in preparation of this stream, I farmed a bunch of materials off cam. Okay, if you really thought I was going to spend a bunch of time farming for a bunch of Titanite materials, no. I wasn't. That shit takes forever, man. Anyway, at the start of the stream, I got the Lightning, Crystal, Magic, Enchanted, Chaos, and Fire weapon achievements. All I need left are the Oculate and Divine weapon achievements, which I put on hold for now since I didn't have the White Titanite slab to upgrade these weapons, which I can get in the Tomb of the Giants. This all works out in my favor since the next boss I'm going to have to fight is in that area. So without further ado, I made my way to the catacombs. After making it to the very bottom of the catacombs, I encountered my most challenging fight yet. What the fuck? Is this supposed to happen? Hopefully this is not Nito. Okay, this is not Nito. This does not look like him. I remember him from the cutscene. He's a giant skeleton guy. The fuck? Who is this? This looks like some shit you'd see in Zelda, bro. That looks like a Zelda enemy. Pinwheel. Oh my god, okay, they do a lot of damage, but holy fuck, I do even more. Oh, we got the right of kindling achievement. As you guys saw, Pinwheel was a hassle to take down, but with determination, I did it and I got the right of kindling achievement as a reward. I then made my way into the Tomb of the Giants. We're now officially in the Tomb of the Giants. It's dark as fuck here. Oh my god. This area is okay. I don't hate it as much as other people do, but I understand why this place gets hated on. However, me personally, I didn't think it was that bad. Before fighting the boss in this area, there are some things I need to accomplish first, such as NPC quest lines like this bald fuck Patches, and if I choose to trust him, he betrays me by pushing me off into a dark pit. Yo! I will remember this. I will. Down here is another NPC, Rhea of Thorland, and she has a couple of miracles I need to purchase once she moves back to the Firelink Shrine. To do that, I gotta kill her friends that became hollowed. Once I make my way back up to the bonfire, I unfortunately have to forgive Patches. And last but not least, I have to collect some achievement related items. Now I can go fight the boss. Wait, that's Nito? That motherfucker was the dude in the coffin was Nito the whole time? Damn, hold on. I've been looking forward to fighting Nito ever since I saw him in the opening cutscene, and now that I'm finally here, this fight is pretty mid. I don't think Nito is a bad character. I think his design is super badass, and it's personally my favorite out of all the bosses in Dark Souls 1. Mind you, I still haven't played the DLC, so I'm just talking about the main game here. I also think it's cool how he has a covenant, and I find his lore to be very simple, yet cool. I like Nito as a character, but as a boss fight, I found it to be very easy, and this fight was flat out mid. I don't like how you start the fight with unavoidable fall damage, it's pretty stupid. And he also has this move where it can hit you across the entire arena, which is annoying, but Nito's just one big slow moving skeleton, so his attacks are easy to dodge. The hardest part of this fight is the skeleton army that will gang up on you if you aren't careful. However, Nito does this attack that kills them for you, so they aren't much of a danger. Overall, Nito is cool, but his fight is easy and mid in my opinion. Yo, let's fucking go. Easy peasy, bro. Yeah, let's fucking go. Let's go. With Nito down, that's another achievement for the Bucks, and that means I have all 4 Lord Souls to activate the Lord Vessel for the final area of the game. But before I enter the point of no return, I get the final 2 weapon upgrade achievements that I need. Let's go. And I use all the boss souls I've gotten up to this point to ascend them into boss weapons, which are required for the Knight's Honor achievement. Once I made sure I had everything I needed for New Game Plus, I activated the Lord Vessel and made my way into the Kiln of the First Flame. I farmed the Black Knight enemies until I got the rare item I needed. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, shit! And then I made my way to the final boss. Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder. He has no cutscene. Wow, he is a fraud. I did not know this was his theme. So this is where the song's from. Wow. It's done. It's done. Dark Souls 1 is complete! Gwyn was no match for my strength. He fell to his knees knowing he no longer rules over the Age of Fire. Now, I wasted no time and went straight to the bonfire to continue the Age of Fire and earn myself to Link the Fire achievement. Oh yeah! We did it! Let's go! Even though I've completed the game, the job ain't finished. This is only one of the 2 different endings I can get, and I need both endings in order for the 100%. As you guys can see in the bottom left corner, I'm currently only missing 5 achievements. Those 5 being Prayer of a Maiden, Dark Wraith Covenant, Dark Lord, Knight's Honor, and the Dark Soul. And technically, I'm only working towards these 4 since the Dark Soul achievement is awarded by earning all achievements. So, how do I get these last 4 achievements? Well, like I've said previously, the Prayer of a Maiden and the Knight's Honor achievements are purely based on collecting specific items. For Prayer of a Maiden, I need to collect all 23 miracles in the game, and for the Knight's Honor achievement, I need to collect all 49 rare weapons. At this stage of my journey, I'm only missing 1 miracle and 10 rare weapons, and the good news is I can get the last miracle I'm missing very early on in my New Game Plus 1 playthrough, and for the last 10 rare weapons that I'm missing, 8 of them are boss weapons, 1 of them is an enemy drop, and 1 of them is a tail weapon. For the Dark Wraith Covenant achievement, it's no different than the other 8 covenants in the game. All I have to do is to join the covenant to get the achievement. And for the Dark Lord achievement, instead of linking the fire at the end of the game, all I have to do is leave the arena, which activates the second ending. Luckily, I can get 3 out of the 4 achievements I'm missing in this New Game Plus 1 playthrough. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do another playthrough after this. Yes, a New Game Plus 2 playthrough for the Knight's Honor achievement, because for some reason, Sif has 3 boss weapons and not 1 or 2 like every other boss in this game. So without further ado, this is my New Game Plus 1 playthrough highlighting the most important things that happened in a nutshell. I rejoined the Sunlight Covenant to offer the Soul of Gwyn for the last miracle that I needed to earn the Prayer of a Maiden achievement. Yes, sir! Let's go! That was the last miracle that I needed! I then rang both Bells of Awakenings again and refought Sif, Moonlight Butterfly, and Iron Golem for their boss souls. Ascended their souls to the boss weapons that I didn't get in my previous playthrough, refought Ornstein and Smough. However, instead of taking down Ornstein first, I defeated Smough first this time around so I can take down Super Ornstein for his boss soul. And then I refought Gwendolyn so I can get his second weapon as well. Instead of talking to Framp and placing the Lord Vessel with him, I went straight to the Abyss to refight the 4 Kings and talk to Kat to place the Lord Vessel with him. And I joined the Dark Wraith Covenant down here as well. I then spent an hour refighting Seath trying to cut off his tail for the Moonlight Greatsword, and the reason it took so long is because his fat ass tail kept clipping through the fucking walls, making it super annoying to hit. And then he kept turning around as I was trying to go for his tail, and on top of that, my dumbass was hitting his tail, but for it to be able to cut off, I had to aim for the very end of his tail, which I wasn't doing for like 40 minutes. Holy shit, finally! Oh my god. After that, you guys know the gist. I got all 4 Lord Souls again, refought Gwyn, won the fight. However, like I said before, instead of linking the fire, this time I walked out of the arena not giving a fuck about the Age of Fire, and I commenced a new era. Nice. Let's go. Dark Lord ending. It's now time for New Game Plus 2, and I'm only 1 achievement away from the 100%, and all I have to do is ascend Sif and Gwyn's souls into the last 2 remaining boss weapons that I need for the Knight's Honor achievement. And after ringing the Bells of Awakening and refighting Sif one last time, I make it to the Giant Blacksmith in Anor Londo to ascend the final 2 rare weapons I need. Boom. And the Great Shield of Artorias. And that's it. That's it! Let's go! Oh my god. Let's fucking go. The Knight's Honor achievement and the final achievement in the game, the Dark Soul. Let's fucking go, bro. And just like that, it's over. My mission is complete. I've officially 100%ed Dark Souls 1. And now that I've gotten all the achievements for this game, what is the moral of the story? Fuck the bed of chaos. Wait, don't click off the video yet. I've got some things to say and ask y'all real quick. First of all, thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you guys have made it this far and still haven't liked the video or subscribed, the fuck is you doing? No, seriously, go drop a like and sub up. I appreciate all the love and support y'all show me, for real. Make sure to catch the streams on Twitch where I do playthroughs of these games live. The link is in the description. And my question for you guys is, would you guys like to see a video about the Dark Souls 1 DLC? Let me know down in the comments. Once again, I appreciate all the love and support you guys show, and I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.